Testing. Okay. Everybody leveled up.
Yes.
Yes, I'm picking my bard thing. Just give me a sec. My bard muse.
Yes, we'll have to walk.
I mean, not my muse, my.
Yeah.
Mister, if you don't mind, could you tell me a little bit about your character?
So how much does everybody else even know? So in the last session, you guys were like interrogating this dude, whatever his name is, rat dude, whatever. And then I kind of just like come in and I'm like, yo. I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, tell me what you know about me. And then he doesn't know anything. And then I like slit his throat. And then the slug dude shows up. And then we like kill the slug dude. And all of the rest of the guards, who were like in their, what do you call it, like dormitory or whatever, are all dead by my hand, like before I showed up. And that's like all everybody else knows.
So the rest of the party doesn't know your character yet either?
Not really. We didn't get to play for too long because of load shedding last time.
Oh.
Also, there was a mix-up last time where I got confused between the word amalgam and... Wasn't amalgam?
Aberration and apparition.
Yes. So I thought the slug was fake. I thought it was fake news.
Well, it was huge.
That's true.
Alrighty.
Huge, as they say.
Alrighty. So you are in this room, Ragnar. You've come to consciousness. Whatever happened before, it was great, and you feel stronger.
I wake up like I feel like I've had the worst sleep ever. I have no idea what's going on. It's simultaneously really good sleep because you rested, you feel rejuvenated and everything. But you're also like, you feel like you time traveled, kinda.
And you're covered in gunk. You're all pretty dirty. You witness on the ground, in a crumpled, slimy mess, is the half-elf gentleman you were sent here to find. In the RP channel, yes, there we go. In searching this room and the body, on the RP channel on Roll20, you see what you found there. The most important thing, let me break it down. There we go. Yes. You found a note on the body, a letter, which reads, Findley, the Dread Shadow appreciates your show of loyalty. While he regrets that you donated the artifact to the librarian, he takes heart in the fact that it will be safe in her hands for the time being. You are free to remain in the hideout until the heat dies down. Thereafter, an effort to retrieve the artifact will be greatly appreciated and secure your ascension within our esteemed organization. I will be in touch, and it's signed simply as the one that follows.
Cool.
Okay, and some of you might recall why you were after this person in the first place. The DM says hopefully.
Yeah, I remember why we're after him, and I'm kind of disorientated to look at my very slimy body, and then I look towards him and I see that he is dead. I'm not too upset about it because I do remember feeling a lot of rage and wanting him to die, but my mind quickly snaps to... Fuck, I forgot your character's name. Josh, can you see your character's name again?
Kieran.
My eyes quickly snap up to Kieran, and I remember how everybody really wanted to do the job properly and capture this guy, so I'm kind of just gauging his reaction right now. And I'm also remembering, because I think I can kind of indicate and see that Kieran helped save me. So I'm kind of just looking at him.
I'm just like looking back and being like, do you remember anything? Do you remember anything of what you went through, what happened?
No. And I look shamelessly to the ground as I say those, because I know that even though if I didn't remember anything, I was a burden, I guess.
I just like go over to you and like just pat you on the shoulder, and it's like, you weakened that thing. If you hadn't done what you, because I sense that you're doing a little badly, I'm like, you weakened that thing so well. If you hadn't gotten it down to where it was, I wouldn't have been able to finish it off. But it's maybe better that you don't remember what happened right before you fell out of consciousness.
At which point, Celeste, your little mouse friend, jumps on the table and says, "You weren't a burden, Ragnar. You just when you went down, you dodged arrows. There were many arrows."
I look around the room at these three companions trying to comfort me, and I just chuckle softly and I say thank you. And I will get up, dust myself, and I would like to collect all my weapons, and I'll just stand with a little bit of vigor, try to be strong again.
Okay.
Cool. So, I just want to get this clear. Sorry, my brain's a bit scattered because I just finished doing the thing I wanted to do for leveling. This is like we haven't like rested or anything. This is like right after.
Yes.
We've just beaten this thing. So I am just realized after that nice sweet moment exactly what's happening. I turn to this new person that helped us during the fight, and I'm like, why'd you kill him for? I mean, we're probably gonna do it anyway, but like, you didn't ask us, you didn't consult us. That was very inconsiderate. Maybe we needed him alive.
He hadn't the information that I wanted. There was no use in leaving him alive.
So what use was there in killing him? You just wasted energy for some reason.
I don't like to leave loose threads.
Are we loose threads? Do we have to worry about you now?
As Kieran
Not
says
for
that,
now.
I walk around the other side, so I'll be like adjacent Kieran and this person, and still folding my arms, I'm just going to stare down at them intimidately.
What do you do, Zero?
I thought everybody was talking to me. I'm just chilling.
So you have no reaction. Okay.
Yeah, stone
Can I
face.
roll for intimidation? I want to intimidate the fuck out of them right now.
Go for it.
Okay, so this. So what would I do? Do I tap on their character first and then press intimidation, or mine?
You just click yours on your character
Okay,
sheet.
cool. So me, intimidation. That's gonna be a shit roll, isn't it?
Okay, so Zero, I need you to please roll a diplomacy in response.
16 is okay.
Loading.
No worries.
Loading. And just try to refresh the page. Let me just close the tab and just open a new character sheet.
This would all be easier if we were around a real table with pen and paper.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Unfortunately.
diplomacy.
Here we go.
Zero, are you in Cape Town?
Yeah,
For now.
for now, for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
Nice.
Diplomacy.
22.
Fuck me.
Alright, so what does Zero, what does Ragnar see as he tries to intimidate your character, your person?
So I just completely do not. My expression changes not by a single micron. and I say in a, I guess, monotone voice, there's no need for violence. I'm only here to have my questions answered. That's why I came here. That's why I found this man.
I
chuckle cynically, and I kind of get closer to Zero, and while chuckling, I'm looking over to Kieran, and I say, "Oh, violence! You're avoiding violence, are you?" And I walk over to the body of the person she just killed, and now in a deeper, more serious tone, I'd like to say, "Sorry, you said you were avoiding violence, are you?"
I said when it's not necessary.
I would like to just raise my hands up, look at, just glance at both of them, then look at Radar and say, first of all, you're the last person that can, judge somebody for being too violent. First of all.
I'd like to sulk after hearing that.
Second of all, I would like to say to Zero, cool. So, let's just say whatever's happened, happened. My friends wanted to kill this man anyway. I don't know. I was kind of against it, but I don't know what would have happened. Maybe we would have done it. We can let bygones be bygones. I think we've accomplished our plan. So, please, if you have questions, I would love to hear what those questions are, because maybe I can help. Maybe we can help. Maybe we can help each other to, get to a conclusion. Because there's a lot of weird secret stuff happening.
So, GM, if you can stop me if you think that this doesn't work at any stage in terms of lore or whatever. So I pull out the sleeve of my my robe, and underneath it there is a barcode or insignia or serial number, whichever makes the most sense in terms of the lore, I guess. And I turn to everybody and I ask, do you recognize this? Does this mean anything to you?
I look at it, but I don't respond.
At this point, I would like to just click the feat I just got from leveling up.
Oh shit. Okay. You notice the signs and symbols that members of mystery cults and other secret societies should use to declare the affiliations. That's what we call a jackpot skill right there. Okay.
I'm glad I took this one instead of the non-handbook one that I was gonna take.
Okay, just bear with me here. Okay, so
No
sorry.
problem.
Let me just double check here. Zero, what are you showing exactly?
So in terms of the lore, which of those do you think makes the most sense? I don't want to destroy the world building.
Yeah, but which of which? Sorry.
I suppose. So in this world, there probably wouldn't be serial numbers or barcodes as we know them now, but something that designates.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so it's gonna be this that you're showing. I'm just gonna whisper to help you out here.
You also have to tell me how to do whispers, but.
It's /W.
Okay.
And then the person's name you're whispering to.
If it's to the GM, you can just type the letters GM.
Yeah, /WGM. Yeah.
/W space or just /W?
Space. /W space.
Thank you.
Ooh, woo. Okay.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay, so I should probably just say that, right?
Yeah, go for it. And then I'll...
Okay, so I show an insignia of a pair of owl eyes. So also, this is, I guess, kind of breaking character, but just something that I feel that everybody else should know, that I don't really... Part of my character's thing is that I don't necessarily know my own past myself. So if I'm, needing to break character to ask, hey, does this make sense? It's because... Yeah.
No way.
So how does your feet go? Does it?
Just give me
do
a
your
second.
feet smell?
Okay, so I need you to roll a occultism check for me.
Just give me a second.
Depending on what you roll, it will mean how much information you get.
Okay, so I can. So I'm rolling an occultism check. Let's go.
Okay, so you will get +2 on that, so 16. Okay. Speak amongst yourselves.
So
So
I
I know
have.
that.
So,
You go first.
so I have been whispered something into my ear by Ragnar at this point, and in response to what I've been told by Ragnar, I'm like, well, I don't really like them either, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I'll like them more. I say this out loud.
I slap Kieran on their shoulder, kind of pushing them back a bit with the force of my slap. And stare knowingly and both what's the word? Hostily, I don't know if that's a word. Towards
Maliciously?
Zero. Maliciously, yeah. I'll just stare maliciously towards Zero. Well, is it malicious?
I don't want any trouble.
Mm,
I know not of my past, and I'm just looking for clues. I came here because I had a lead about whatever the hell this guy's name is. I forgot.
Findlay.
So, Findlay the rat.
But it
So-
seems that this time the rat had nothing to squeak.
So I look at, as Zero shows us this insignia, I've had some time to think. I've made my silly comment. I've been slapped on the shoulder, and then I've been knocked back. And as I knock back, somewhere from the deep reaches of my brain, I remember all the stupid stuff I studied, was forced to study while I was growing up, and like different deities and stuff like that. And I'm suddenly hit with the realization of what this insignia might represent. I'm like, oh. And then I look towards Zero and I just say, have you lost your parents? Do you need help? Are you an orphan child?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
I don't have any memories of anything.
What happened to them?
I don't know.
What? Do you know what happened to them?
No.
Useless.
What's the earliest thing you remember? Were you an orphan? Is the earliest thing you remember an orphanage?
No.
I pull Kieran aside a little bit, just tug on him. And wait, I think Mira and Celeste and everyone else is also in the room. So wherever they're standing, I pull him towards them. Like, we should just leave. There is no use in this conversation. This person is clearly delirious. They're not, like, let's leave. We're talking
I'm
to a
saying,
brick wall.
in my opinion, they helped this fight, and they solved the dilemma I didn't want to go through and potentially dislike with you guys. And now, this insignia they show me, it's actually like this weird, I remember, it's like this weird lost god or missing god. It's like, they're left out of most pantheons. Nobody really cares or prays to them, except orphans like him for some reason. If this is an orphan child, I don't know. I like, just from thinking about the stuff I went through, I'd like to help an orphan child.
Kieran, son, I wholeheartedly do not give a fuck. Let's leave. They can come if they wish, but let's.
Can I make a will save against myself? I will decide what I do based upon the will save.
Go for it. Unorthodox.
Okay, cool.
What was the DC?
It was 15.
Okay.
I consider my situation. I consider my wounds, my tiredness, my dwindling ability to cast spells, and just absolutely consider, do my morals outweigh my desire for a sleep? And I'm just thinking, okay, let's leave. I want to sleep. You've convinced me. Let's just go.
Ragnar has the biggest fucking smile ever. I gather all my things. Yeah, and I'm gonna go stand by the door, and I'm gonna see who's following with me and is ready to get out of here.
Cool.
And then I look over to Zero, and both snarkily, but also like sincerely, because I don't mind if they come. I ask
Also-
over. So are you coming?
So, sorry, before you can say that, I just want to say, I want to say this to Ragnar. We don't know what their name is yet.
You have
Oh, yeah,
zero
I-
idea.
When I say Zero, I'm saying that as Spawner, and then when I start speaking
I
in
understand.
correct speech, I'm in Ragnar. So I'm
Okay.
not
Got it.
referring to this person by any pronouns or name or whatever.
Okay,
So also, my name, I don't even know if my true name is Zero. It's like the name that I'm using, because it's, I don't know, there was like some document or something. There was like part of the evidence of of like my earliest memory. And so I went with that for convenience.
Cool. We can learn all of this through the story.
At which point, the dwarvish prisoner you discovered clears his throat. He's sitting at the table. He's looking rough. Which way are we leaving?
Oh, I forgot you were here. I didn't
I-
see you do much during the fight.
And he holds his very rusty axe up. And
Like,
he bangs it against the table and the head comes off.
that's the axe I gave him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In character, Ragnar would just like to say, "Who the fuck are you?" And this is just evidence that in the last hour or two of interaction of whatever's happened here, I've completely lost memory and I have no idea what's happening.
I would like to say, I would have liked to sell that axe, but let's just get out of here. And I don't know, I don't want to go up that tower again. I'm tired. I'm done climbing stairs. Let's go out the way we came in, and let's just leave this sordid affair behind us.
Agreed, and I'll follow Kieran.
Cool. I would like to. So guess I'm leading the party right now. So I would like to, before we go, check the body of Finley the rat, because I just remembered that I'm playing a tabletop RPG, and I need to look at stuff. I'd like to check the body of Finley the rat to see if there's anything I'd like to take.
So I'm gonna like walk over and interject and be like, "There's no way that you will be able to, like, if you're going to investigate this body, like, rather have me do it."
And I'm like, okay, cool, you go do it. I'm gonna check out the room of people that are mysteriously dead. So I'd like to leave and start walking out this corridor to this door, to this place. I yell back at all my friends, the people I know, the people that didn't just randomly slit people's throats in front of me. I'm like, guys want to check this room with me? 'Cause I'm going.
I'm gonna head over to our little stranger here, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on whatever they take from this body.
Okay, cool. I see Ragnar going there. I let out a sigh. I'm like, if I die, it's still my fault. I don't want to blame my friends. And I just walk into this room, not knowing what to expect.
Okay. So,
What do I see?
Right. So in the little dorm room here, you find 3 beds. There's 4 bunk beds, 3 of them occupied by dead guards, throats slit cleanly. They weren't awoken. There's trinkets here and there, not anything of super value. There's like spare daggers and a couple of copper pieces. There's also kind of the smell of old clothes and socks that haven't been washed in quite a while, now mixing with the smell of blood. It's pooling on the cold dungeon floor.
Is there any... So first off, I'd like to scoop up any of the currency I see.
Okay.
I'd like to first take the obvious ones and then see if there's any nooks and crannies people might have stashed anything in.
All right. So having a look around the room, and
Mhm.
with the roll I've rolled for you, you come up with at least 30 copper pieces. Oh,
And
yes.
at most,
that is all you find. At most 30, not
Okay,
30.
cool.
Yeah, 3-0. Sorry about that.
Do I
Alright.
need to roll for anything for my investigation?
So the weird thing with Pathfinder is those kind of things. Wait, you don't have a skill saying investigation, right? I'm pretty sure you don't.
there's no investigation skill, but the investigator class might have something under like your feet or something. Maybe you should check.
I have That's Odd, which is about new environments. I have On the Case. I think that might be relevant, maybe.
If we click it, we can see what it does.
As an investigator, you think adventures as cases waiting to be solved. You can one activity and one reaction you can use to investigate cases, pursue a lead, or clue in.
Okay, I don't think that.
Let me just double check something. Oh, clue in is when you tell somebody else. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So your perception, I think, is very high. Just check your number.
At least 5.
And perception 7. So it's gonna be a D20. 7.
Do I just go with perceive? Roll
No,
for perceive?
no. I roll that for you.
Okay.
The idea is you don't. It's to remove the sort of aspect that you know how well you perceive. Like I'm gonna roll
Okay.
and not tell
Okay.
you. All right. So you look at this body. Its throat slit. That's all you're doing. It's covered in slime from the monster that ate it and then you killed. It's got a pair of very fabulous boots, basilisk skin to be precise. They are quite valuable. A pair like that would probably be worth 30 gold pieces. It's very expensive for somebody like him. He has a silver dagger on him, a coin pouch, and earlier somebody retrieved that note I read out to you.
Okay.
The coin pouch contains 2 gold pieces and 3 silver pieces.
Can I just loot everything I see?
Yes.
Please.
And also in his back pocket, he has what appears to be a hastily sketched floor plan, like a blueprint of a library, which is labeled in a very sort of childlike hand. Wait, see, cool. I just gotta double check that I'm not giving you the wrong information now. Yes, so it appears to be a multi-storied building that appears to be a library of some sort, but it's got way more levels and stairs than seem necessary, and it is labeled in a childlike hand as that El Grande Bilbo Cheek.
Could I please make an attempt to perceive and like just make a note that I saw this new stranger take that map?
All right. Actually, make an intelligence check for me. So
Ooh,
just
okay.
click intelligence.
Barbarian makes an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
What is my intelligence? Oh, that was not good.
It's one of those things. If you have to ask.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Do I just press on ins on my
Yes.
ability scores?
Yes. Should
I
roll.
mean, it's
there.
better than
Okay.
something. Ooh,
Okay. Yes. So you'll remember that this person took it. Whether you remember exactly what was on it, that's another story.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go into the other room.
Okay, so,
I
Now-
follow.
can I, now that perspective's back on me, I would now like, I've looked for money. I want to see if there's any food in here.
Okay.
Continue.
So, looking around, there is a slightly bruised apple under one of the pillows. Also, I need you to make an intelligence check for me.
No problem. I made 2, I think.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, let's go with the natural 1 there. So, looking at the 8 beds, 3 of them are filled, and based on the amount of guards you encountered and killed in this room, plus the big in this dungeon and
I
the
didn't kill any
big
guards in
bedroom
this room.
and the big bedroom, everybody's accounted for. It's totally fine. Yep. So this is a
But that's with
completely
an ability score of 1.
Yeah.
it's a completely empty dungeon with no more guards.
Yeah, cool, got it. It was safe as anything. Cool. I would like to grab the bruised apple I found, walk back to the room where all the slime happened, push my way past Zero, and give it to my dwarf friend and be like, I got some more food for you.
Sorry, I tried to say this out loud, friend. I was in the room you just came from, so you've actually walked past me.
Not you, the dwarf prisoner.
Dwarf prisoner.
He's been starving for days.
Oh yes, I remember him.
I
Well,
also
you
just
said
want to
you got
ask,
him.
as I walk into the room, I have an ability that triggers, right?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we know new information for you because you technically already been here. I'm making air quotation.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, there was nothing of use. This is where you killed
Okay.
guards in their sleep.
I did not shows a visible expression of offense at you giving the other dwarf food and not me.
So, is there any reaction from the prisoner as I give him the
Oh,
apple?
thank you. I usually prefer my apples fermented and in a glass.
Oh shit.
Cool. Well, I hope this is at least enough to tide you over until we get someplace safer.
Better than the
Oh.
shit they fed me. And I wish I'm cussing.
Well, are you guys ready? Is it time to move out? I think we've pretty much cleared every single soul in this building, so we should just have a nice, fine and dandy path on our way out and back to safety.
At which point, Mira, depending on the roll, nope. She's like, you're absolutely right. We killed them all.
Just like you
I
guys
would like to make a perception check for whether or not we can actually leave and everybody is dead, because I just woke up and was told everyone's dead. And everyone keeps reiterating that to me, but I haven't actually checked for myself.
Okay, make another intelligence roll for me.
Oh. Wait, don't I have a fee for something?
Also,
Surely I have like battle IQ or something.
I'd like to just confirm our current HP doesn't change when we level up, right?
No,
Okay.
your maximum does, but you need to sleep.
I would also like to ask, so before we go, I want to walk into the back room that I'm currently standing, basically just to let my ability trigger and to see if I also perceive anything.
Okay. Yes, there will be something. Let me just do a thing. Okay, Ragnar, you vaguely remember something about shifts, and then your mind wanders to an encounter with a crocodile, and you try and stop thinking. That's too traumatic. Shifts. Okay, so Zero, I'm whispering to you. Just a second. Hope you can see that, Zero.
Yep. I have. In that case, I will also decide to follow everybody else out, not because I'm like having a. Well, I'll say to everybody, like, just because I'm walking in this direction doesn't mean that I have any kind of like weird kinship.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Don't misinterpret my action.
At which point the dwarf friend you freed, who none of you will remember, is called Carrick, says, all right, so I guess we better get out here before the night shift comes for a rest.
The what shift?
Night shift.
But
I
we
look at
told
him with the shock of realization, and I grab my things and I start jogging towards the nearest exit.
Oh no.
Oh.
I will just.
Are we going through the front door or up the giant staircase the back way?
I ran up the staircase.
I am not going up that giant staircase. Let's go out the front, please. Please, let's not go up the giant staircase. There's
I
something.
hear that, I stop and I turn around and come back.
I'm like, there's something scary that way. I am in no condition to deal with that right now. Let's please try leave out the front, and if that doesn't work, we'll try again.
Oh, I'm just thinking all the guards
also
usually come
tried to
through the
escape.
front.
I
Maybe
also
we can
tried
beat them.
to. So earlier, I tried to go out of the front, and there was nothing there to be frightful of. So if everybody wants to follow me, like, I already know the way.
Okay, let's try go out the front.
Alrighty, so gathering your things, and the DM rolling some dice. Okay, so you're going to see a new map now, don't panic.
I'm
You
so panicked right now.
you-
What the hell?
panic! Alright, oh yeah, Zero, this is your first look at the world map. Or at least
Whoa.
the local map. Alrighty, okay. So, making your way through the dingy dungeon, Zero shows you a shortcut you didn't notice the first time round, which is now open. And you make your way through where you fought your first encounter down here, which was a crocodile. And I need everybody to please make a stealth check for me. Just for the fun of it. Don't inside check me.
Oh wait, didn't you mention something about us being able to inside check you?
No,
You didn't.
no, I didn't.
You said something about inside checking the DM. I didn't make that up.
It wasn't me.
There's no inside checks in Pathfinder.
Nope.
Joshkin, are you telling me you do not remember us being able
I have
to
no memory of this.
check myself or something? There was something we could counter the DM about, though. I forgot what it was.
If it happened, I forgot it. I have no memory of this.
Riz check.
No.
Really should have
No.
written it down.
I fail all of those. Stealth.
Whose stealth is 27? Jeez.
Okay, wait. Let's just see. Make or break.
27's crit, right? That's why it's green.
Yeah.
Yes, natural 20. Alrighty. So, as a group, you succeed. Ragnar, stealth is not the warrior's way. But still,
Can I notice Ragnar's being a little loud and try to tell him to quiet down a bit?
quite a lot of people notice it's loud.
I was so stealthy that you guys didn't even, you guys lost sight of me.
Alrighty. So as you make your way through this secret passage, you emerge in the first chamber where you fought the crocodile. Hector the crocodile. You make your way up the stairs. You hear the distant sounds somewhere echoing in this hideout of somebody cheerfully singing in a prison cell.
I've completely forgotten about that guy.
And
I do not care.
you make your way out. As you slip through the front door, and into the rest of the town. The sun's starting to set. In the flooded district, you always hear the sound of lapping waves and playing children. You hurry towards the ruined buildings that you first met the dwarf with the map all those many sessions ago. The very, very accurate map, remember?
Yes.
Yes, and you notice behind you several Cutter Gang members return to their hideout, tired, and some of them carrying the night's take, or the day's take, and going to rest. You are now back outside in the flooded district, and I presume you are headed back to the Broken Window Tavern.
I would like to just say that they're gonna find out something went down there, so we should leave this area as soon as possible. So yes, I would say let's go immediately to their broken window.
All right. So at which point Carrick says, "Many thanks for rescuing me, friends. If you don't mind, I've got a home to get to in Southcliff."
And should we ever find our way there, maybe spend a night under your roof?
No, I work in a forge. It's a mighty hot roof, but, well, each his own, I guess.
Oh, I'll sell it for a drink.
No, I will remember. I definitely owe you all a drink.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so he wanders off.
Goodbye, Carrick. I'll never see you again.
That's what you think. I'll give you another opportunity to get him killed. All right, so I'm guessing everybody is going back to the broken window.
I'm going back to the broken window. Yes.
We are.
Okay.
And I'm assuming if is Zero also following us.
Yeah, give me a sec. Just have to refresh the page.
All right.
Cool.
So you make your way through the damp streets of the flooded district, and I think we've got a better soundtrack. Yes, let's go for that. Even in the twilight hours, there are many poor kids playing in the streets. Occasionally you hear a mother of either elfish or dwarfish or half-elven or human persuasion call their kids back. As the flooded district at night is perhaps not the safest place. Eventually you make your way through the streets, which later on become floating bridges on top of flotsam-filled water. The smell of stale and old rotting fish is ever pervasive. You see the hulking and slightly crooked building of the Broken Window Tavern. There is a longer queue than there was the first time. People lining up to receive soup from a big cauldron. This time, there is a goblin, which some of you might recognize as the one called Casserole, and Mother Grimm herself, the person who gave you this quest. She is personally ladling some soup for the people waiting there. She sees you, all bloody and goo covered. She makes her excuses and she nods to her. So Zero doesn't know what Mother Grimm looks like. She's a orcish woman, grey hair tied back, tusks protruding. She's quite muscular. She nods over to her bouncer called Final to take over in the ladling operations, and she waves you into the tavern.
As I see her, I just say, "We got the guy you wanted."
Very good. Come this way. She leads you in. Inside, every table is occupied. There's people drinking, laughing. There is a card game of sorts kicking off in the corner. There's also glass flying. It's the beginnings of a bar fight start to form. And she leads you upstairs this time, not downstairs, into a large room with a big desk. The surface of the desk is quite scarred with knife marks and worse. She occupies the chair behind it and puts her boots out, crossing her legs, puts her arms behind her head, and says, well, did he squeal then?
He didn't say shit, thanks to a certain someone, and I look around the room for Zero.
Ah, a
I'm
new
fighting
friend.
against up right now. What?
Hello. Sorry, what was that?
Hello? So I'm just fighting against the app right now. 1 sec.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Continue.
All right. So you didn't get the information that you were sent there to get, did you?
We found this note. I didn't really take it that in. I was still recovering from the ordeal of whatever we went through. So you can take a look at it if that's what you need, but the guy himself is dead.
Well, in the larger scheme of things, that is what I wanted. Nobody betrays the ships. And I see you got yourselves a new friend there. Well, more the
I
merrier,
wouldn't
I
go
guess.
as far as to call us that.
No, I wouldn't call them friends either, my dear. Well, job well done. You are all mostly alive, I see. Just slightly dirtier. Well, this is the fashion in the flooded district, isn't it? Covered in gunk.
I don't think it's usually this type of gunk, though.
You'd be surprised. Well,
Reproductive slime gunk? Is it more common than I think?
Oh, I can tell you stories, my friend. But anyway, a job well done. A problem solved. And I hope you left one or two alive so they know that the shivs maybe attracted my wrath.
Once again, no message was sent, no message was retrieved, thanks to a certain someone. I'm talking to you, and I say this directly to Zero.
Nothing like a cohesive team, I guess. Well, as I told you the first time, Finley stole from me a very important artifact. And she leans over and takes the note from you. I'll have someone look into this. And
Jesus Christ.
that's a motorbike and a half.
Not even a motorbike. Someone's being obnoxious out here with a fucking car.
Sorry. Right. She looks at the note and she puts it in the pocket and she says, I'll have someone look into that. As you recall, our debt is only settled once you retrieve this artifact before me. But in the meantime, you have earned some rest, so please take rooms on the house for the night. Rest, recover, and in the meantime, maybe you can make yourself useful to our little community here. And we will have word of where and when to collect this item of mine.
I walk up to her and I ask, what kind of item?
Well, it is a little book. A little banned, illicit, illegal book that no one in the Empire wishes anyone to read.
In that case, I may have some information.
Indeed you do.
Yes.
Well,
However,
please share. Yes.
So, I don't believe that it's custom around these parts to be giving information away for free.
It's always worth a try, my dear. What do you want?
What do you know? I pull out. I pull up my sleeve and repeat like the same song and dance as before. Do you know anything about this?
I've seen that before. I cannot tell you anything personally, but I can put you in contact with someone. At the university in Scholars Walk. Behold the map. There is a young man who owes me a favor. I can send a message to him, and perhaps he can shed some light on your little mystery. Would that settle our deal?
So I would like to ask, what is the book that you're looking for?
Oh, should I say, a very illegal little tome called The Flames of Empire. It is said to be a magical tome containing many mysteries of the Empire and their pyromaniac experiments. And, I know who originally smuggled it into the city, and it would be perfect leverage for them. Because you see, my dear, this district is falling apart. Even our representative on the council doesn't even live in this district. But, well, if I blackmail, it's such an inelegant term, but if I blackmail said person, perhaps I can take that position on the council, and, well, you saw the line of needy people who couldn't even afford their own soup.
I'm failing to understand what book is powerful enough to be banned from a country.
Oh, it depends on the country, my dear. A country that lives on propaganda and prefers certain things to be secret, certain failures, certain, shall we say, cruel experiments. There's a book
So what's
said,
your end game?
well, blackmail, simple as that.
Can I roll a perception check to see if she's withholding any information?
I can do that for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so she's quite hard to read, much more so than your dwarfish friend. You're not sure, but it doesn't seem like she's lying to you.
Is there any way for me to perceive if she's like telling the whole truth in terms of, I don't know, is she going to use it for something nefarious that she's not like owning up to?
With what you got, you don't know.
Okay, absolutely no information to go with.
Nope.
So I'm going to turn to the rest of the party and ask, you know this woman better than I. Can she be trusted with information about the whereabouts of this book?
I don't know.
Can you be trusted?
A cohesive group, I see. Well,
She is the only person, even if she might seem a bit shady, no offense.
None
She's
taken.
the only person since coming into this town that has shown any sense of friendliness, past hospitality to me and my allies here. And not only that, she kind of facilitated us not dying, or was involved in us not dying. So, I don't know. I have a sense of
hey, the picture works.
I have a sense of thinking that she might not be bad, but again, no offense, but I don't know if I trust anybody with a book of that gravity.
Truth be told, I think I trust a book more with her than you. No offense, you just don't really remember anything.
Lots of no offenses being told.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get out of this bargain, is knowing a little bit more.
Then let's give her the book.
So on the rat's body, I discovered a map to a library.
I was
Given
wondering
the
when you would bring that up.
circumstances, it'd be hard to imagine that it has nothing to do with what you're looking for.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to see that.
So how about it, I guess, if you put me in touch with that contact, I'll give you this map.
We have a deal. They should be here tomorrow.
Okay. I guess quest updated.
I would like to be like, oh, also, Mother Grim, I found these things, just popping up everywhere. Could you tell me more about what these are?
Well, that...
I accidentally left the game. Sorry, just give me a second.
As Kieran just disappears from the room. You put on the one ring. Okay, no, there we go.
I'm back.
Some extra stock. Well, these, my friend, are a means to make the poor rich by exploiting the well-to-do's addictions. You see, recently, the vampiric squid in the bay have been developing these strange growths, tumors, you might say. We like to call them void pearls. And we discovered if you mash them up, they are quite, how do we say, stimulating.
Stimulating in what sense?
In the illegal black market way.
In purely recreational way or in an effective way?
Oh, recreational, but there have been some strange reports of what overuse does to you.
So,
let's just say the results are slightly slimy. But anyway,
if you won't tell me what they do directly, I'll ask if I happen to use these things in the middle of a fight, would it help me or not?
You would have the time of your life before you get pummeled by everybody.
Understood.
Dion, can I ask one question quick?
Go for
Do
it.
you mind updating my inventory with the items that I took off of the corpse?
I can do that.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry, carry on talking.
Cool. So, let me just see for a second. If I search my thoughts, would my feet help me in now that knowing this is related to vampiric squids and stuff? Can I learn more information on my own knowledge?
Go and make another occultism check for me, please.
No problem.
Wow. Okay. So, anything that creates a natural tumors has probably got a magical and probably bad magical source to it, right?
Yes.
So, whatever's poisoning the bay is creating these things. What else can I be telling you? The fact that the poorer part of town is probably exploiting this is not a good idea. And also the fact that she says overuse has got slimy results. That does kind of trigger that memory you have of the monster you fought near the end.
Oh. So, having heard all of this in my own brain, realizing, putting some bits and pieces of the weird occult bits of knowledge I know, I seem to think, okay, I just announced to everybody else, cool, nobody use this. It will probably not end well. And I'm feeling that all the slimes we found underground might have something to do with people overusing this stuff.
Throw Kieran a thumbs up.
And I just... What was I going to say? Sorry, I was going to say something. Just give me a sec. And I would like to just, like... and I turn to Mother Grim and I'm like... I don't think I have the power to stop you from trying to not trade in these anymore, but I feel like if this has been showing up more recently, there might be a greater danger lurking around the corner that might affect more people of this district. And even if you don't care about the people you sell it to, I know you care about the people of this district.
Absolutely, and that is why I want to push out the cutters. The cutters sell local. I do not.
I guess we can agree on that.
Yes. Well, do take the rooms I offer. There is food and drink as well. I wouldn't advise.
Sorry, one final thing before you send us off, Mother Grim. I'm sorry. Would I get a higher price if I sold this to you now, or if I sold it on the street to someone on another district? I obviously won't encroach upon your territory.
Well, the rich. Personally, I would avoid the embassy quarter. The people from other places, foreigners, you might call them, don't take kindly to this kind of thing. But and the bazaar is usually patrolled by people on the lookout for such things. But there are richer pickings in the northern part of the city that will offer a big price for a bag of that. The pearl, perhaps not so much, because they do not know the difference between. They do not know that the dust comes from the pearl.
Could I sell you the pearls right now?
Yes. How much do you want for it?
Can I also just ask? So with the ransacked items, there was also the shoes.
Oh yes, sorry.
Basilisk skin shoes.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see if they had like any special effect, and then work out if I could sell them.
And one of them was a silver dagger.
Yeah, it just says dagger in my inventory.
Yeah, that's all it comes up as. It's the boots, by the way, are not magical. They're just basilisk skin.
They don't have any like unique properties or whatever. They're just like an expensive material.
Yeah, they're quite expensive because they're hard to get because you'll have to kill a basilisk.
Not magical in and of itself.
No, although in very specific circumstances, it might stop your feet turning to stone. The rest of you, probably not.
Okay.
It's like you're.
In that case, I'll sell the shoes.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. Cool. So, Mother Grim asked me how much I want for the 3 void pearls.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I say 700 gold.
Oh my dear boy. I will offer you 5 gold each.
5? Okay. I do so loathe odd numbers. Can we make it 6?
Well, I'm feeling generous. You did just slaughter a traitor. Yes. 6 it is.
Okay, I hand her my 3 void pearls. I keep the 1 pouch of void dust myself to become a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Later, maybe I'll do something else with it. And then I get to add 18 gold to my total. Yes?
Yes. Okay. Yes, so Mother Grim has got no interest in buying the shoes from you. She suggests maybe selling it somewhere else.
Got it.
It's way too showy and it belonged to a trader. Well, in the morning, if you are feeling generous, I would suggest there's a notice board downstairs with general needs and complaints and requests that maybe you can fill your time with if you're interested until we do our next stage of getting this artifact back. Well, toddle on. I have people to feed, things to do, a future to plan.
Understood. Well, goodbye. I look at Zero and I just say something like, I hope you won't be a nuisance in the future. And then I look to my friends and I'm like, I'll see you guys later. And then I just promptly just walk out the door to the rest
Before
of the
he
tavern.
leaves, I would wait. You're leaving the tavern.
I'm going down to the tavern area so I can just chill.
Oh.
So I'm
I'm
gonna
going with
walk
them then.
around and I'm going to like walk in front of you as to stop you.
So I got stopped by you. I don't try to resist. I'm like, sorry, you're kind of in my way.
I wanted to ask something.
What? Okay, then ask. Go ahead.
So this book seems pretty important.
Hmm.
Do you not think it might be a good idea to go to the library before handing her over the map to glean the contents of the book for ourselves to make sure that it's nothing nefarious?
So I just want to confirm you're whispering this to me.
I am standing right next to you guys, so like.
So
can
we're
you
far
hear
away
what's
enough
happening?
from the woman. I'm not whispering it necessarily to you, just as long as the woman doesn't hear.
Okay, cool.
I would say you've at least left her office and the door is
Okay,
closed.
cool. Okay, cool. That's cool. So I look at Zero, and I'd like to just say, do you mean now?
Well, we're handing it over tomorrow as part of the deal. So it would have to be before then.
I'd like to look up at Kieran and just preface, I'm not trying to overstate my importance here, but I will not be coming if you're going to a library. So
I kind of want to sleep.
let's go have a drink and sleep, or go to the library. That's okay with me.
I'm so done today. I have done way too much. I need to lie down. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
in
not
that
even
case, I'll
gonna-
go myself.
I'd like to stop Zero, who still hasn't told us their name, by the way. I'd like to stop them. I'm like, why don't you join us for a drink? You should sleep as well, although you don't look very tired.
I don't have need for such trifling matters.
Oh, I let go of her and like allow them to go away, like what? And I grab. Oh, wait, I'm short as hell. Let's say grab Kieran by the shoulder, but he's too tall. I just grab his forearm and I'm like, let's head down.
I couldn't agree with you more. Let's go.
I just want to confirm something with the GM.
Yes.
So although my character doesn't have need for sleep, I don't think, I want to ask how healing works.
You can still rest. There's not going to be like penalties if somebody wakes and interrupts your rest.
I see.
Okay, so how resting works in this game is you basically rest/sleep for 8 hours. You can only get the benefit from resting once every 24 hours, and the following happens in those 8 hours. You gain hit points equal to their constitution modifier, minimum of 1, multiplied by their level. If they rest without any shelter, okay, that's reduced, but you've got shelter. You lose any fatigue condition. You reduce the severity of doomed and drained conditions. You don't have that. Spellcasters regain spells.
So you don't heal to full.
No.
I just want to heal.
I also just want to ask, so what time is it right now?
Right now, it's approaching 6 in the evening.
Okay, due to my ancestry, is it necessary for me to sleep for the full 8 hours? And I probably don't need to be in like the comfortable in a bed in a nice room kind of thing that most people do, right?
Nope.
Like anywhere where I can just like turn off
Yes.
and like close my eyes should be good enough.
Yes.
In that case,
A cool, dry place should work.
I'm gonna head to the library by myself.
Okay. All right. So, firstly, with the rest going down to the bar to enjoy some of the hospitality in a very rowdy bar, as you talk to each other, you kind of need to shout over the.
Oi!
Yeah, very much. You also notice the notice board that Mother Grimm mentioned, and it says the following: side quest, yo. You can see a thing. Hope you can see a thing.
I can see a thing. Should I take this down, or will it be available next session?
It is available all the time.
Okay, no problem.
Unless something, if the world ends or something, then probably not available.
Which is not with something we can control, because that's the other party.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're in hiatus right now, so
I see. Cool.
Should be fine.
One that got away. Cool. So, missing petting zoo. Okay, that's going now.
All right. Yes. So there's a haunted warehouse, an infested hostel, a shark, and a missing goat.
Can we not do what's animals anymore? Let's do the ghost.
Look, I think that can be a discussion for next time. Because currently, we are resting, and I'm assuming Zero's left the tavern en route of the
Okay.
en route of the library by now. And so I just wanted to confirm how much. So I heal my Constitution modifier.
Let me just double check.
Oh yeah, how does healing work? Because I'm on 1.
Hit points equal to your Constitution modifier multiplied by your level.
So
That's how much you heal for.
Yes.
yes.
So, Constitution modifier
Yes.
times your level.
So for me, it's 1 times.
For me, it's 4.
Yep.
That's all we heal for sleeping.
Yes.
We'll have to go get medical attention.
Yes. The idea also is to sort of force downtime a bit, saying, "Oh, okay, I actually need 2 or 3 days to rest, so downtime."
Oh, it forces people to be awake more.
Yeah, but yeah, they do say if your character's awake for 16 hours or longer, you start getting fatigued.
Yo,
So that just. I'm now learning that in Pathfinder, you can't just sleep your problems away. You actually need to go find a doctor. You need to.
literally.
Yeah, it's kind of more realistic? Question mark.
Yes.
All right. So, as the rest of you are resting, drinking, eating, Zero marches across town.
Damn, I should have got the other skill. I should have got the one that lets you speed read.
That's okay. Right, so you make your way through town. You have been in this town for a while, so you kind of know what you're looking for. There are a few smaller libraries, but there is a massive library in Scholar's Walk. Oh, let me just double check. There are too many districts. Where is my district map? Yada 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 yada. You know what? Let's take a little tour as we're running out of time, because Ragnar's going to leave us soon. All right, so you leave the flooded district into the West Marrow. West Marrow. Okay, so this is where you see the oldest buildings in the Marrow. Some of them are 500 years old or more, kept up by the Old Marrow Preservation Society. There's also a Guild of Artisans that you see. You can hear, even at this hour, the sound of chisels on stone and hammers. You walk past the House of Hands, a place that sells prosthetic limbs. You also walk past the Blur, the famous optician shop run by a man from the East. You make your way through that bit into the embassy quarter, where you see a more eclectic an ensemble of buildings of all kinds of building types and architecture from around the world. You see quite a lot of embassies. You see, I'm not going to mention them all because there's many. There's boarding
West Marrow.
in the embassy quarter.
Okay, understood.
Okay, just a handful. What you're seeing, you see the most well guarded one is the Imperial one, of course, because this being a territory of the eastern sect of the Empire, this is an embassy of the western side. The enemy, as far as the rest of the party is concerned. You also see the embassy for Kemet, the Egyptian equivalent in this world. You see a sort of medieval building, which is for Dire Cinder. You see a collection of columns for the Hellenica embassy. You make your way through all the others. There's a currency exchange, a printing press, and a variety of smaller entertainment buildings. You make your way through Hollyhold, which Hollyhold. Sorry, there's a giant list of stuff. Okay, yes, this is where you hear a more lively part of the city. At this hour, it comes alive. As the tea rooms in this district close, the theater and entertainment buildings, someone squeaks, come to life as actors take the stage. Philosophers start airing their views to any passerby. The guilds of players are out. And finally, you make your way to Scholar's Walk. And the biggest building in this district is the Grand Library itself. La Grande Bibliothèque, which Findley, you now realize, had a very specific way of spelling. Anybody? Hello.
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 Yes. Right.
The Grand Bibliothèque.
Yes. And this is definitely the crude map that he drew. It is the perfect place for scholars to find anything. It is said to house every book ever put to print or written down in ink in the whole of the world. It is the most complete collection of books in all the known world all over.
Mirror and Celeste would like that,
Yes.
I think.
They're not here, fortunately.
Currently closing, for the hour is late and the sun is setting.
Oh, but they're too late. That's a shame.
Alright, so Zero, what do you do? I think... sorry, Zero, you are on mute. Oh, there we go.
One sec.
No worries. Alright, so we'll give a sec. Also in this district, there is the camp. Firstly, there's a courthouse across the street from the library. The library itself is a large building, several blocks big. It's got 2 domes. And it's got a giant set of marble staircases up to the front door. Across from it is the courthouse, the Janus Keep. Janus being the god of justice, brother of Pelor. Here and there are scribes' offices offering writing and reading services, because for the most part, literacy is quite low amongst the poorer people there. So there's lots of people offering to write wills, letters, even the bills that you found in the tavern asking for help. There's a scribe to help you. Also, just down the street from there is the Kalman Academy. It is quite a famous university here in the Marrow. And Zero, are you with us?
I believe I am.
Okay. So,
But I
yes.
just want to use the bathroom.
No worries. So you're standing outside the Grand Bibliothèque. It is currently closing because this is a late hour.
I just wanted to confirm. So the map, is it a map towards the library, or is it a map for the location of the book in the library?
Okay, so the map is very crude. It shows sort of the floor plan, at least the outside walls. It shows the two domes. They're sort of one after the other. So there's the entrance, a dome. Okay, wait, let me actually draw a little thing. So there is, please excuse the wobbly hand. If you see the north side of the map, dome, there's a west and an east wing. These are the stairs. And the entrance is there. Alright, so this is probably the quality of the map.
Where am I checking?
Oh, sorry. It's on the north side of the map here.
I see.
In the blue. This is probably the quality of the map. It's got a little red cross in the second dome towards the back.
So I am going to find that location and use my, what do you call it? My skill check, my feat that like tells me about shit when I walk into a place.
Okay, so unfortunately the library is closing for the evening. So you won't be able to get in.
Okay, I'm going to basically just find like a corner nearby where I can like close my eyes while I wait for it to open.
Okay. So back at the tavern, everybody's going to sleep.
I am too tired to even perform like I did the night before. I like to imagine there are some people who saw me and wish for a performance to stoke my ego, but I am not checking.
Absolutely, but there is a rather extensive bar fight that's going on. There appears to be a disagreement over two different Gut Bowl teams. Gut Bowl is it's like soccer, maybe a little bit like Blood Bowl, with some Mad Max elements, and people die a lot.
And can I know what the names of the two teams are?
Okay, yes. They are the Red Raiders and the Furious Fangs.
Okay.
And most of both teams are made up of foreigners that are bought in a convoluted exchange buying selling system, completely fantasy, right? Right. And the red team haven't won in a while because they're Ferrari, and I am sad.
Okay.
So anyway, yes, you all go to sleep. Zero. In the early hours of the morning, as you witness the city go to sleep, the stars above, and slowly the city starts waking up again. First, there are the haulers, sort of the menial workers, the cleaners. Those come out before the sun is even up to start their day. You also notice some professors scurry down the street towards the academy, getting ready for the day's teaching. And eventually, the library opens its doors.
Cool. Can I also just ask, how much do I heal?
So what is your constitution modifier?
My constitution modifier is 1. My level is 2.
So yeah, you heal by 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you march up the stairs. Cool wind of morning blowing down the street as you're greeted at the door by a gnome with some frizzy hair and a rather thick pair of spectacles with extra pairs of lenses, kind of like an optician kind of thing. His moustache is so long that the ends sort of drag next to his feet. He says, "Good morning. Keen to learn, I see. New student?"
I say nothing.
Oh, yes, quite. Exams coming up. Quite stressful. I when I'm nervous, I nobody can get a word out of me. I'm silence itself. Well, yes, you went to the general studies, and that would be in the East Wing, yes? So as you step into the place through the foyer, you are under the first dome. It is a massive oblong room. It's at least 5 stories high to the dome, the middle of which is open, sunlight falling in on that. There are multiple stories, as I said, filled with shelves that are stocked with scrolls and manuscripts and bound books of every shape and size.
Sorry.
Yes.
Before this continues on, can I just state what Ragnar's gone now, but I want to state what my goals for today are, just so that I just want them to get in so that you might know in case like you want to plan the day around it.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to first try and find a medical practitioner that seems decent somewhere along from here to the library, and after getting some form of medical treatment to try and heal a bit more, join Zero at the library and see how that's going.
Okay. So we'll pause Zero as you're stepping into this big open space full of air and light. The floor is marble. The design on the floor seems to be a intricate drawing of the map of the world. Let's have a map of the world quickly. It will look something like this.
Hello.
You are currently there, just under the T. Okay.
Why is there like a shocked face by Jartosa?
Oh, I think that was Oh, that was Celeste. That's a long story.
That's the evil campaign.
And the red dot in central Chardovia.
That is also a long story. That's a previous campaign. Yes.
Whatever.
So this world has come up a lot. So the red dot is an adventuring group called the Peace Bringers. Peace being spelled not EA but IE. Don't ask. The other campaign is Dire Cinder down here. The purple dot is the black dot is a secret evil campaign which nobody knows about, and you guys are the blue dot, which I will move there. And the golden dot over here in Fantasy Greece is a campaign that didn't make it because people broke up and it was a bad time. Okay. So anyway,
Where?
what was I saying? All right, so
Just seeing this map again and seeing the words Northern Desert Caliphate, this makes me think of that in your fantasy world there's been a Shia-Sunni Islamic split. And it just invites many questions.
Yeah, I'm here for it, though. Let's just say when we started this campaign till now, the political things happened that I probably should have not. No, never mind. Um, okay.
So library.
So yes, this is zoom in on Althusa. This is the city you're in right now, the Marrow.
Cool.
Okay.
There's a big thingy thing.
Thingy thing?
Obviously the icon above the writing is the most grand building in the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that I don't know, is that the library or is it like a palace or?
No, that would be the palace. So it would be this one up here, the Blue Star Keep.
Cool.
It's where the royalties. But anyway, right. So with Kieran, and I'm guessing you've got Ragnar and Celeste and Mayra with you.
Since they are not here in person, I am puppeting their bodies like my servants and making them come with me, and hopefully they don't disagree with my decision whenever they reappear.
Yeah, that's quite brave. All right. So, yes, you make your way through the town.
Mm-hmm.
There is a doctor of asking around. You find that the doctor of the Blur, he's mostly an eye doctor, but he's willing to help you.
Does he know if there's a doctor that could help me better than an eye doctor? So I'm from here to the library.
Well, let's find out, shall we? As you enter the door, the customary bell tinkles. There are spectacles on monocles and opera glasses on every wall, all around, that you're almost blinded by the shiny surfaces around you. As you enter, a dark-skinned human who's just started to open up the shop goes, welcome. I can see that you cannot see me, so how can I help you?
Is it Rooney again?
No, it is not. It is a younger man.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Are you gonna get carpet sold to you?
Hello. I would say, hello. I need medical attention. I've
Oh,
had a lot
yes.
of damage done to me across the last few days.
Oh, well, are you missing any limbs? I would please like to recommend the man across the street from the House of Hands. He can lend you an extra one, if you know what I mean.
I am not missing any limbs. I just wish to heal some of the injuries that I've suffered.
You keep walking into things, don't you, my friend?
Walking into things, colliding with people, colliding
Yes.
into people's weapons.
Yes. Do you often find yourself squinting when there is a beautiful person not 5 feet from you? You are squinting. You're getting a headache because you are doing all this squinting.
I do not need glasses.
Oh, well. I can offer you something that, if you're too shy to wear glasses.
I do not want contact.
Oh, well, I don't have to touch you. I can stand over here and just point.
Do you have things to heal me in ways that do not involve my eyes?
Oh, most certainly, because mishaps do happen. Have you ever stepped on a pair of glasses? Many, many cuts, my friend.
Yes. Imagine I stepped on glass. Imagine I dropped my spectacles and stepped on a glass and that cut me and I started bleeding. Or imagine my glasses got melted and the acid of my remaining glasses hurt me in some way. Those are the kinds of glasses-related injuries that I would love if you could help me and heal me from, because they're definitely related to spectacles.
Well, those are very specific, my friend, some of which I've never encountered in my professional life. But, well, I can definitely help you if you sit in the chair. I can offer you a customary free repair service if you do eventually recover your melted glasses. But, well, let me see. And he goes back into the shop and back and you hear some things fall. You hear glass break, and he comes back, with like a healer's kit, much like Mayra had, which
I reflexively flinch.
yes, exactly.
I have learned that they're not evil now, but I'm still wary of them.
I can offer you this, my friend, and if you do need someone to administer it, I can definitely help you.
How much would you charge if I were to ask you to help all my friends here who have all suffered glasses-related incidents that led to injuries to heal us up?
Well, I am a generous man, and the business has been rather dismal because everybody presents they can see, but I see them squinting. They have the little squinting eyes. You could see it, né? Yeah. Well, I if you all would not mind spreading the news of my little shop as you go in the city, I will offer this for free, but only once.
Okay. And how do I spread the news about it?
My little shop is called The Blur, my friends. Tell everyone that if they need new spectacles, if I can make them see, you see?
And you said only once, but if let's say, can you give me a number of people that if they arrive here, I could maybe get another healing service?
You are hurting my head, my friend. I cannot calculate this. I'm only one man. If I work too much, I will be too tired to heal. But well, if I see a definite improvement in my working amount, number of clients, this is the word I am searching for. Yes. Then, well, why not? You have made a friend in me, Dr. Shah.
Thank you very much. That seems like a very doable request from you. I would love some medical attention right about now.
Yes. All right. So you sit down. He starts treating your wounds, and he does that optician thing of which bandage feels better, this one or this one. You spend some time there, and he does heal each of you because he is trained in this. 11 hit points. Each.
This guy's amazing. This is the best I've felt in days.
Yes. Now, would you please be taking a look at some of my monocles? Because if you do not like both sides, one side will look cool. You look like a distinguished gentleman.
I emerge from this optometrist chair feeling like a new person, having more hit points than I've ever had before in my life. And I just look towards the guy and I'm just like, you should seriously consider branching out from optometry.
Oh, I did once. I did a brief stint as, what do you call the person with the feet? You know, they look at the feet. No. That does not sound right. It is something to do with the feet. No. Although maybe. I will come back to you on that one. I cannot quite recall. But anyway, yes, I will stick to classes. I like to make people see.
Is it reflexology by any chance?
You're not there.
Wait, is it reflexology? This is out of character.
No, he's talking shit. It's podiatry. He's just...
Okay. See, I thought I was just wrong. Okay, cool. Thank you. I don't know who's talking shit. I was just like, oh, wait, what is the foot doctor? Anyway, I thank him for his trouble.
Yes?
I make a note that I need to refer people in case the best doctor in this side of town won't treat me again. He doesn't even want money. He just wants referrals, whatever. So I will make my way to the library, and while this is going on, I'll just every person that I see that isn't looking absolutely malicious, I'm like, you should check out. I just tell them as I'm going to the library, check out the Blur. He's in. Wait, which district is he in?
Embassy district, and I need you to please make a society check.
Oh, let's go. Please check out the Blur. He's in the embassy district. He provides great classes, and if you just push him a little, don't say it, don't tell him I said this. He'll heal you if you have any physical injuries. And I try say this in the most societally acceptable way possible, whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll find out.
I'm feeling like because I am feeling like I don't like that, so I'd like to reroll that using a hero point.
Go for it. Oh, that's much
More like it. That's more
Okay.
like it.
You get the sense some of the people are like, oh, really? Embassy district? Oh, just down there? Okay. And some...
tell him the half drow called Kieran and his party of friends sent you. Make sure to tell him that.
All right. Okay. So you make your way through to the library where you find Zero already admiring, although they stand staring blankly at this massive room. So in this time, Zero, you've also found out that the second dome, the one marked with the red X, is a back part of the library, the restricted section, which is completely locked away unless you have special permission from the head librarian, whose name I'm scrolling through my things to find. Keeper Hattie, who is currently not available. It'll be like that.
I just want to ask, how long are we planning on still going with the session?
I think we're gonna have to bring it to the close because we're short on players at the moment, and I don't want to rob everybody of doing a thing.
Yes. Just wanted to. Yeah.
Okay. No, so I'll just reiterate that what you find here, you're roughly about here, is that...
Could you pick that again? Sorry.
Sorry, you're on Scholar's Walk up here where the pin is.
Got it.
I moved the wrong pin. That might not be a good thing. There we go, party.
Cool.
It's on the corner. Another group. Yeah, okay. Right. So I'll just reiterate that the artifact is marked as the restricted section. There's no way you can see to go through there. There must be a way to obtain permission from the head keeper. The trouble is getting an appointment with this person. You need a letter of recommendation from a professor at the academy. So not. Yes.
Before we finish, do you mind if entering this area if I do my feet?
Yes. Let me roll for you.
My stomper.
All right. So, looking around, you can see that the sort of general area is filled with mostly students. So you also notice one or two of them going around into sort of more of the emptier bits behind bookcases, maybe sniffing a bag of dust somewhere. But you can't see any access to the real part of the building from this area. There are some scholars, occasionally rearranging books back on the shelves and keeping an eye, maybe doing head counts. You get the idea that this is probably not this is quite a well-maintained / guarded library. So your presence and the presence of your quote-unquote friends that just entered have been noted and will probably be written down somewhere. Okay, that's as much as you can get from this room.
Cool.
You rolled a 19, by the way.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's 13 plus your thing. So yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to leave it at this point. You guys are free to tell your friends in the RP channel on Discord what you find, what you think. Also, please consider that list of side quests.
That list of side quests will probably be tackled after whatever happens in this library is dealt with.
Yep. And also, don't forget that Zero has an appointment with the person from the academy this morning at some point.
That is Zero's problem to deal with.